The prayer leader of this Virginia mosque suspects his phone is wiretapped and says he is on a government watch list.
With challenges, we need faith.
Shaker El-Sayed is apparently one of thousands of Americans the U.S. government is collecting information about. Many have not been accused of any crime. The Council on American-Islamic Relations says Muslims in America are watched, especially at mosques.
American Muslims pretty well assume now if they go to a mosque, they're going to be either under surveillance or going to be in the hearing radius of some agent provocateur.
According to the Washington Post, domestic intelligence gathering has heightened since the 9/11 terror attacks. There are nearly 4,000 federal, state, and local organizations which have counterterrorism responsibilities. About 1,000 have been created since 9/11.
I think people need to realize that it doesn't just affect American Muslims, it affects everybody.
The government's goal is to have every state and local law enforcement agency feed information to the FBI, which is in charge of terrorism investigations. And part of the intelligence gathering is focused specifically on Muslims. CAIR is particularly concerned with trainers hired by some law enforcement agencies whose extremist views on Islam and terrorism are considered to be counterproductive by the FBI and other U.S. intelligence agencies.
Whenever you have law enforcement personnel being trained by the thousands by anti-Muslim bigots, it's going to have an impact.
New York Congressman Peter King chairs the House Homeland Security Committee. He recently held a controversial hearing on radicalization of Muslims in America.
Homegrown radicalization is part of al-Qaeda's strategy to continue attacking the United States.
All he could do was smear CAIR and toss out, these kinds of false allegations.
Technologies and techniques used on the battlefields in Afghanistan are now in the hands of local law enforcement agencies. U.S. intelligence officials say the need to identify U.S.-born or naturalized citizens who are planning violent attacks is more urgent now than ever. No one really knows how much this web of domestic intelligence is costing the United States. President Obama supports this local approach as a much-needed evolution in the way the country confronts terrorism. Rhonda Pence, Press TV, Washington.